Is China a threat to our economy the way they're growing?
It could happen just because of the sheer size of China. More than 1.5 billion people, the U.S. maybe up to 400 million. You've got sheer bulk. But China has got a lot of problems that I think will prevent it from going, even if it does equal us in GDP, from ever becoming a real economic powerhouse like the U.S.
We keep hearing politicians talk about China.
Constantly about the China threat.
About how hard they work, about how they produce, about how that economy is doing things that ours is not.
It's extraordinary what they've accomplished, but there are a lot of structural weaknesses there as well. To give a demographic one, the one-child policy that China's had in place for several decades means that in the decades to come, China's going to have an aging population with many fewer young people to support it. The U.S., on the other hand, is expected to have a robust, diverse demographic profile.
All the editorial cartoons joke that when Hu Jintao came over, that Obama reached for the check, and Hu Jintao was like, "No, I already own you. You don't need to buy my lunch."
Because we owe them so much money, and because they've got the ability to, we'll just call it, dump the U.S. treasuries they own and destroy the U.S. economy, a lot of folks are worried that this is a stick that China holds over us, and I don't believe it's true. If you look at the Chinese economy, China is based on manufacturing low-cost products and exporting them. Well, they've got to have somebody to export to. If they destroy the U.S. economy, then they're not going to be exporting to the U.S.
China has its own internal problems.
If you look right now, China's got 600 million people still tilling the land. Now, that's roughly twice the population of the U.S. They're planning on moving 300 million of those people to the city to give them more opportunities to make more money. But right now, the gap between the rich and the poor, the well-to-do and the poor, is extraordinary.
What do you think China's goal is? What is its agenda?
You see a country that feels a little bit inferior because it had been pushed down for so long, and yet very proud because of what it has been and what it is today and what it's becoming. So I think what they want is to keep working on the areas that make China, if not the number one superpower, certainly a major influence in the world.
Aren't they already there?
No. All you have to do is go 30 miles outside of Beijing, drive around, and you know they're not there.